Hi, Julie McAllister here. As someone who sells sage and just recommends it to so many of my clients and my students, I get asked over and over again, well, what is smudging and how do you do it and why do you do it? So I thought I would create a video to show you how. And what is smudging? Smudging is a Native American ritual, a sacred ritual really, that clears negative energy. The smoke from the sage or smudge stick, as it's called, clears negative energy. And it looks like this. So you can see, this is what a small one looks like. You can get them small like this, or I have bigger ones, or you can find bigger ones as well. And it really is my first line of defense. It's what I use personally and what I also recommend to clients who get readings or my students in my classes when you're wanting to clear negative energy. And that, even, it's interesting, even my youngest son, who's only 5 currently, knows when it's time to cleanse his room. He'll come and ask me, Mom, can we cleanse, can we smudge my room? And because he can really sense when that negative energy builds up, and it just builds up over time in your home. But there may be particular situations that come up that you want to smudge, or you may want to smudge an object, such as crystals. I love to smudge new crystals when I get them, or regularly if I need to cleanse, if I've been using them a lot and I just need to recharge them and cleanse them, so to speak. There may be, maybe you're moving into a new space. You want to cleanse it of any energy, or you're just going for the day or for just a moment, or a little while. So you want to cleanse the room with sage. You may have a child that's afraid to go into their room, and this is one of the very first things that I recommend is smudging their room. And if they're old enough, even letting them, if they're old enough to handle it safely, even letting them do it so that they're empowered to really cleanse that room of negative energy. So, let's see, what are some other reasons? You may want to cleanse a piece of furniture that you've just bought, or maybe you're moving into a new office space and you want to get out any negative energy from anyone that's been in there. Basically any object, any space, even a piece of land. I've cleared land for people that are maybe building a new house, or they just feel like there's some negative energy there that needs to be released, or just on a regular basis. I will periodically go around our lot of our house and I will smudge it and cleanse it, because you don't know what's out there and what might be coming into your space, and so you want to get it cleansed. So, another thing is that if you suspect someone has a negative entity around them or attached to them, smudging is one of the first things that I recommend. And although it may not be, what cleanses it completely, at least it's a beginning and it's a place to start. So it is a very sacred ceremony. Put that intention behind it when you're smudging, that it is cleansing and it is getting rid of those negative energies. So, as far as the type of smudge or the type of sage, smudging is made from sage, which is an herb, a plant, and I prefer ones that the plant is hand collected and hand tied, so that there's a lot of love behind the process and a lot of positive energy behind it. If it's more of a manufacturing thing, I just don't feel like that's as the energy is not as good behind it. So that's what I sell on my website, but that's if you find it somewhere else, just ask about where it comes from. I think that's important. Now, how do you smudge? It's really very simple. You take a stick of sage and a smudge stick that's been hand tied and hand bound, and you light it until you really get some good smoke going. Usually the flame will usually go out, but if it doesn't and you need to light it and you need to blow it out, that's fine. Just let it get going really good so you've got a lot of good smoke, because it's the smoke that what does the cleansing. So there we have some really good smoke. This is the product that I sell, and this is why I like it, because the smoke is really good. The important thing that you want to do is make sure that you're turning it in a counterclockwise motion. Um, so that you're getting rid, you think turning, this way, you're getting rid of any negative energy. And with a small object, such as a crystal or, something like that, I'll use my phone, for instance. You want to make sure that you're covering it in smoke. That you're covering it in smoke, because it's the smoke that's cleansing it. So if you can do it where you completely get it covered in smoke, that's going to be the most effective. For a person, you would just work it through their aura, both front and back. And for a space, for a home, a room, something like that, I'm going to set that down so that the smoke's not right in my face. You want to make sure that you get doorways and mirrors and windows in the corners of the room. So again, you're just turning it clockwise. I like to end with my front door so that the whole house is done, and then I end at the front door. But again, even a doorway, you want to do it in a clockwise manner. Make sure you get mirrors. Entities like to come through mirrors and doorways and windows, so you want to be sure and get those really, really well. And they like to hang out in corners of the room. So those are the places that you really want to clear. And again, if your child is old enough to handle it safely, I do encourage letting them do their own room, because it just gives them a lot of empowerment. So that is how to smudge, how to use smudging and sage to cleanse any object, any person, any room, any land, any space of negative energy. Thank you for watching. Please visit me at juliemcallister.com. Have a wonderful day.